Hi, Leanna here with the Sex Discovery channel. Talking again about sexless marriages and what does it take to get out of a sexless marriage? To get out of a place where you're not happy, you're not joyful in your sex life, you would like to have a different kind of sex life, or maybe you've had one up to this point which has been really pretty good or fantastic, and it's kind of died down to a point where you're just not having sex anymore, you're not feeling fulfilled, you're barely intimate with each other, to maybe you're even at a point where you don't have sex at all, and it's been months, and you're wondering, what am I doing in this relationship where there's no sex? Something that I actually enjoyed at one point in my life, and now I don't anymore, and I don't have it at all anymore with my partner, who in most cases, you are still loving people. You love each other very much. You have an intimate life together. You've created a whole life together. Maybe you have had kids. So the love is there, the love is strong, but the sex seems to have fizzled out. So in order to get the sex life up and running again, you've got to take charge of your sex life. First of all, you got to take charge and say, okay, that's it. I don't want to live like this. I do not want to live like this anymore. I would like to have a sexual relationship with my partner. I would like to have sex in my life. I would like to feel someone on my body and have sex with people. And that is a beautiful, wonderful thing to be feeling. It's a beautiful, wonderful experience. It's necessary. It's a healthy experience for all of us. It's a way of expression. It's a way to escape. It's a way to escape reality and get into your body and enjoy and feel another and go into a place which is very different than what we face on a day-to-day level. One way to get back into this beautiful, juicy energy of sex and connection and intimacy and passion and desire is to eliminate all of the external forces that are distracting you when you're with your partner. So eliminate all the external forces that are distracting you. Make a time that you're going to come together. Get rid of all the phones. Get rid of the children. Get rid of any distractions. Anybody might possibly coming over. Slow it down and get rid of the external distractions. And start, as a couple, Find a comfortable place to sit and just start by looking at each other in the eyes. Just eye gazing with each other. And spend like 10 minutes. 10 minutes is a long time. Spend a couple of minutes to start. Maybe put an alarm. Then spend a few more minutes. And just eye gaze with that person. And allow yourself to feel whatever you feel. Notice what your body's feeling. Notice how you're feeling with this other person. Notice what their body feels to you. Connect with each other that way. Just connect each other in an eye-gazing place. Create a bubble between the two of you. And just be with each other. Be very present with each other and be very present with yourself. Try that exercise. Just try that exercise and see how it makes you feel. After you finish the exercise, then discuss the exercise with each other. How did that feel for you? This is how it felt for me. When you are not having sex, you have lost a certain element of connection with each other. And so you want to start building that element of connection back. And in order to do that, you got to slow down and connect and really spend some present, connective time with that person. Feeling that person. Really being present with that person. Now, as I first said, you have to take control of your sex life. Now, whether it's you or your partner or both of you, someone has to take control of the sex life if you want to make some kind of a change. Ideally, you talk to each other and say, this is not working, I'm not happy here, your partner says she's not happy here, we got to figure out something, and we are going to do whatever it takes to get ourselves into a place where we're feeling sexual again. Now, so you are going to now start really communicating with each other about sex. You are going to talk about it with each other in ways that you've never talked about it before. This is taking charge of your sex life in a way that is beyond what you've done up to this point. So you have to do something different. So you're going to talk about things that you've never talked about before. You're going to talk about your past experiences with each other. Tell what kind of things that you did. If you haven't done this yet, talk about the things that you did in the past, things that you liked, the things you didn't like, the things you wish you had done. Talk about your desires now. What are you feeling now? What are you feeling now? Are there certain things that are really inside of you and you're holding it in and you haven't told your partner about? Some kind of fantasy, some desire that you're feeling that you want your partner to know about. So you're going to share this with each other. How you would like to see your sex life. How would you, share with your partner what kind of sex life you would like, and see if they match. See if you are on the same page about what it means to have a sex life at this point in your lives. So starting to talk about things that I just mentioned, revealing things to each other, expanding beyond the usual conversation, or expanding to a conversation that you have never had before with your partner around sex, okay? The third thing that I would highly recommend is to go and see a sex coach. This has become a profession out there now that exists in many parts of the world. Many cities have people who are sex and intimacy coaches. You would go to a coach if your business was failing. You would go to a coach to help you run a team. You'd go to a coach to help you train physically, to look good physically. That is what a sex coach is for. A sex coach will help the two of you find a direction, help you see other perspectives that will help to open what's going on between the two of you and help you both find a place where sex is going to be enjoyable again. I'm a sex coach. I'm available, but there are sex coaches in every city. For anyone who's watching this video, you can look that up. Sex and relationship coach, sex and intimacy coaches. They exist all over, and it is so beneficial if you are able to do that. What's happened in a sexless marriage or relationship is that now the energy is quite dormant. It's repressed. I'm not going to use repressed as much as I'm going to say it's dormant, because it still exists in you. If you've been a sexual being at some point in your life, and we actually all are sexual beings in different degrees, the energy is there. The energy changes and shifts and is fluid, but the energy is still there. So let's say the energy is dormant and we need to spark it up again. We need to reignite it and find out, and so you need to do things that are going to be risky, that are going to get that passion and that desire and that thrill reignited. That's part of the sexual energy. When you become complacent and you're lying around doing nothing and you're feeling, or you're just like constantly the same thing all the time in your life, within your relationship, or you're working all the time and there's no slowing down to breathe and to connect with your partner. You've got to do things that are different, things that you have not done for a long time or that you've never done. So either you're going to live in the situation that you are right now, which is a place where there is no sex and you're not happy and you're feeling like, wondering what you're doing in this kind of relationship where you're not able to be expressive in a physical manner with your partner. You can either stay there. You can stay there for however long you want, and maybe things will change. And they will change. In what ways we cannot know. Or just take charge of it and make the change happen yourself. Say, I don't want to live like this anymore. I want to make this, I want to live in a relationship that's very different, and I would like to have intimate sexual connection with my partner. I would like to explore sexually with my partner. I would like to expand into places with my partner that I've never been before, so I can feel new things with them, so I can feel excitement with them, and passion and desire and enlightenment and whatever else it is that you feel when you're together, as you become more physical and become more vulnerable, become more open to one another. Allow yourself to explore that realm. Thank you very much for joining me. Subscribe to my channel, please, and let others know. I love making these. I love talking about sex. I love talking about sexual energy in particular and how that affects each of us and every one of us. I offer all sorts of wonderful things on my webpage, from different kinds of sessions to workshops. Please check it out and come back often. I would really love to share more with you, and I'm so happy that you could take a look at what I had to say. Okay, much love making.